Welcome to Comfort Family number two. So, before I go jump in the shower and wash my hair, um, and grease it, I'm working on a song. Alright? So let me explain the song before I make the song. Basically, the song is going to be called I Don't Want to Be Me. And it is kind of one of the reasons why a lot of people get into acting. Alright? So I'm not going to lie, my life totally fucking sucks. It has always sucked. I have lived 47 years of a sucky life. Most of it has been due to family not trying to help me succeed, but instead getting in my way, preventing me from succeeding. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of my videos where I holler, I know y'all see these damn lights. 1 second. As you can see, there's a light system right there. There's a light system on the front of the door that has like 3 lights. One is blinking right now, and the other ones are exceptionally bright, much like this flashlight. So, I have the lighting system so that people can understand when I'm recording the lights are on, please be quiet. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of strums of bad luck in my life, and so that kind of ruined a lot of my life in general. Not bad choices for me, but bad choices for others, which put me in the situation. Now, let's talk about why I didn't move to California. Alright, so way back in the day when I started this acting kick, back when I was about 27 years old, a studio came to Virginia. They promised us Hollywood East. They made mad commercials starring that local news reporter Rick Young when he was living in Richmond at the time. He currently lives here in Charlottesville. I do not hold Rick Young responsible for my failing career, just in case that gets back to Rick Young. He's not responsible. He was doing his job. I did not really hold Tim Reed responsible for my failing career, but I do hold him responsible for the lies that the studio told. Because it's hard to have a Hollywood East if you're not in the business of actually making movies, no matter the genre. So I am going to actually reach out to the people who now run Millennium Studios. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I am going to do that eventually. But when Mr. Reed was running the studio, day one, I never got to meet him. I got stopped at the door because the commercials that him and Rick Young did never mentioned anything about being a SAG actor. Never mentioned anything about having an appointment. It just said, show up. So me and about 15 cars that were behind me all got sent away because we weren't SAG actors and we didn't have appointments, which the commercials never actually mentioned. I wish I could go into archives and find the commercials, but I can't. But if anybody knows how to do that, please send me a message in the comments of this video on how to track down commercials from the early 2000s. Because I was 27 in the year 2000, and the studio came between 2000 and 99. So I know how old I was. My very first movie was Fallen Dragons, which they also have, which I never got back. I did get a letter that says this is the kind of genre that we are into. We are not doing kung fu and all that other stuff. Now, here's where we have a conflict of interest. I understand as an actor, we generally go out for every role that we can get. Alright? We don't sugarcoat it. If we qualify for the role, great. If we have the look that they want, great. Which 9 times out of 10, that's 50% of your job. Alright? If you don't like the part you're going for, you are going to get passed by. So you need to learn how to handle rejection. Got that down packed. Because I've been being rejected for 21 years. Because this is my 21 years. So I technically would just say I've been rejected for 20 years. But I've been in this business for 21 years. Starting this year is my 21st year. Alright? And I have been rejected by casting call after casting call, mostly because of my race and them not knowing what the hell my actual race is. But more importantly, it's because there are no people who are mixed writing stories in Hollywood. So I set out with my YouTube channel to make movies for people like me. So that if you were mixed, you would have a hero or a villain. Just depends. I've never played a villain yet. I'm still working on a script that I could probably play a villain, but I don't really know if I can do that because as evil as I am in real life, I don't want to be the bad guy because I'm the bad guy in real life. Now, I'm the bad guy with manners, kind of like Vegeta. But anyway, the point being made is if you are in the business of making movies, it really shouldn't matter if it is a historical movie, an action movie, a drama, a kung fu movie, a science fiction movie, a horror movie, stuff that I'm into. But they never did any casting calls for Millennium about any of that shit. They had a TV series. It only lasted 1 season. I just recently found out that there actually is acting in Richmond, like live action acting, like TV shows. So I'm gonna reach out to the Virginia Film Commission to see what I can do to get on board with that shit as I study for my degree in police science and criminal justice, which is a job I really don't want to do because I'd much rather be in front of the camera talking to you, but I can't pursue this full time until after I cover school. After school is covered, I can go after my dream. I'm going after my dream regardless, but I just need people to get out of my way. Anyway, moving on. If you're going to be an actor, first things first, understand that rejection is a big part of this business. In fact, it is the biggest part of this business, and above all else, do not give up. There are nights and days where I cry myself to sleep because I'm tired of cleaning toilets, and I would love to be acting and making movies and stuff. And then I look back 20 years ago when there was no YouTube and there was no Instagram and there was no Facebook. When YouTube came out or when Facebook came out, I was like, okay, this is going to be the thing that sends me over the edge. People are going to know. And it didn't happen. After I made Fallen Dragons, I made The Path of Ascension. Then I made Dragon's Blood. And then I made Guardians of the Earth, which was stolen. So that was a hang up. So, I've been working on other stuff. I have my Scarlet Spider fan film. It is ready. It's just not edited, and I just can't seem to get the machine to get from the computer to the hard drive so that I can edit it and then put it on the thing and then put it up here on YouTube, because that is the plan. So I do also need to reach out to Clemens Library to see if I can get some help for that. But that being said, summertime's here. So I'm going to have to talk to somebody between June and July about that and see what they can do with me at Clemens. I'll see what happens. But in the meantime, if you're going to be an actor, you have to be able to, one, handle rejection. Because you will never know if you can truly act until someone actually gives you a chance, unless you make your own stuff. And when you're making your own stuff, you know what you're going to do. All right, so now you have to talk to the actors. Now you have to get everybody on the same page. And everybody has to show up. Part of the problem with Guardians of the Earth is that a couple of actors just refused to show the hell up, which would hold up production. We made that entire saga in less than a month. 2 months max, because work schedule and shit like that with our real jobs, not our dream jobs. So, we had to do certain things. We had to schedule around certain things, and we had to remember what people were wearing, and in some cases, there's going to be a couple of glitches. But, in all honesty, if you're going to do this thing, you have to commit, But here's the thing. You have to be more than willing to work at it. I never had a problem with that. I had a problem with my shit getting stolen. Alright? Now, here's the downside of that is my friend who my shit got stolen from was supposed to put Special Flex in before he lost his job. So he lost his job working at Clemens Library, and he moved to Alabama where he got assaulted, and they took my computer and my hard drive. Now, I had another incident with that same guy where his father's house had caught on fire in Colesville and fell on top of my other film that is, what the hell is the name of the damn thing? Oh, Lord. I can't remember the name of it. Well, anyway, me and Lewis, we did some Matrix stuff. What the frack was the name of that damn thing? The Cleanup. So, as you can see, I'll go through my reference one more time. So, I did Fallen Dragons first. And then I did The Path of Ascension. And then I did The Cleanup. Which is why, yeah, I also did A Clone Affair. I forgot, me and Jay Diz was trying to do A Clone Affair when he was still in high school for making it, where we fought ourselves and shit. We fought some clones. If I find the footage, y'all, to all my stuff, I promise, I'm going to put it on YouTube before I die. So, bear with me. And then, I think A Clone Affair came, right after Fallen Dragons. Anyway, it doesn't matter. After Fallen Dragons, The Clone Affair, Dragon's Breath, The Cleanup, and then Guardians of the Earth. That's pretty much where I stopped. The last thing that I did, the most current thing that I'm doing, needs to be edited and put on is the Scarlet Spider fan film. Alright? So, working on that and dealing with school. But, as an actor, you have to be prepared for rejection. Because you're not always going to get the role. It's always going to be something about your looks, or your height, or your weight, or your body's shape. You're not cut enough, or you're not pretty enough. And that's going to happen. As an actor, you have to accept that shit. Even though they can fix this with makeup, there's always going to be someone who's better looking or better suited for the role. And that doesn't mean you won't get hired. It just means you won't get that role. It just means, okay, well, I'm not good enough, or I'm not pretty enough, rather. You could be a much better actor than the actor that they hire, and you might get a supporting role. And there's nothing wrong with a supporting role because your ass will be working. And I am totally down with supporting roles. I can be the star of my own shit, but with real work, not my passion products, but with real work, I can be a supporting role. I don't have a problem being that guy that motivates the guy because I played his brother and I got killed over doing some dumb shit. You know, I can do that. But as an actor, you have to understand rejection is probably the biggest and the hardest part of being an actor. The second hardest part is actually getting hired and being able to pull off what they want. Because a lot of acting, scripted, and improv. I am an improv specialist. Everything that I've made for myself, we have improv because I wrote the script, told the story, and then I let the actors go. Because sometimes actors have pretty good ideas that actually sound better in front of the camera versus what you wrote on paper. Which my bro, Courtney Monroe, dominated us as Daikon Darkcloud in my Guardians of the Earth. Right? He had said shit that I didn't even think about writing down, and he did that shit. My bro Jay Diz also said some shit that I didn't want to allow in the film, but Courtney and them convinced me that it'll go good with the film. And you know, the thing was, I don't like insulting anybody's race. It was kind of insulting. Me being mixed, I've been on the insulting receiving end from all races. I've had mostly bad experiences with black people. I've had slightly bad experiences with white people. And I've never really had a bad experience with Asian people except for the Native American kind. Alright, yes, for those who don't know, Native Americans are biologically Asian. Do your research. We are not from Atlantis like I used to think that we were. Anyway, that being said, when you are doing this acting thing, you got to be able to take rejection. You have to. So that being said, I am working on a song called I Don't Want to Be Me, or I Want to Be Someone Else. I haven't really given it a title. I don't really have the lyrics. I'm still mishing it off in my head. And you guys know I make 3 versions of songs, sometimes 2 versions of songs, sometimes even 5 versions of a song. But, you know, be sure to check all my songs out that are here. Please like and subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe, it's cool. You can also find me on TikTok and Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. TikTok, it's JW Grey Wolf. Everything else, it's James Williams Jr. Somewhere along the line, there's a 616 in at least one of them, except for Facebook. So that being said, thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate your participation. Let me know if you guys want me to paint that stuff. Alright? I'm going to go wash my hair and my body now, so I don't have to fight people in the morning for the shower. Thanks for watching.